Hello, good day. My name is Wisdom, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to talk about this amazing topic. I've seen so many people asking about work visa and study visa. Which one is better for me? So many people have different opinion, and some are like kind of confused. They don't know what they want to go for, whether they should look for a work visa or they should look for a study visa. So let's talk about this, all right, and analyze both circumstances, and also the people can make that choice with our informed decisions. So if you are joining us for the first time, kindly follow this channel, like our video, share it so other people can see it, and also share their thoughts. So let's dive into this topic: work visa and study visa. What should I go for? One, we have to look at your career path. Career path in this essence means, what are you doing already before your plans? Are you a doctor already? Are you a nurse? Are you a jointer? Are you an electrician? Are you just a businessman? So what you are doing before this time has an influence on the kind of visa you have to go for. If you are into a professional course like a doctor, nurses, lab scientists, pharmacists, physiotherapists, all these kind of professional courses in healthcare, maybe engineering, sciences, and all that, is far more better for them to move with a work visa than a study visa, because several countries have defined pathways, structured pathways for immigration of these specific people with professional degrees. All right, especially if you've got experience already. So you could easily search for the particular country you want to go to and check their specific pathway for that your profession. So you can now follow that pathway. If it requires you to write some exam, get some qualification, write their own country license, then you can now start applying for that specific job in that country. All right, that is number one. Your career path already. Your career path might determine which one is better for you. So if you are under these professional courses under STEM, it might be better to go through the work route. Okay. So, but if you are into so many other things that are also good, like let me say you are doing business, although there are pathways as well for people into business like entrepreneurs, but most of those pathways require a huge investment or a lot of money. So if you are a businessman, just maybe with the average businessman just managing yourself, going for the work route might not be the best for you. You might find it very challenging. So it will be better for you to follow the study route. Okay, so with the study route, you can also go for a degree you're interested in. If you have a degree before, you can go for a master's program you're interested in. Then secondly, we'll look at the second reason why you have to choose this or that. If you are a young school leaver, for instance, you're just finishing maybe university this year and you want to move next year. So for those people of that category, it's usually better to follow the study route, because with the study route, most study routes will now give you a streamlined approach to enter the new country's workforce, because you don't have experience yet, and maybe then you might not have the license to practice in the particular area of career you want to go into. So that is number two. If you're a young school leaver, it's better for you to go with the study route. Okay. Number three as well, we look at the risk involved. There are so many risks involved in the work route. Except it's a professional job that, I have gotten, maybe you want to come and work as a nurse in the UK. You've already written the exam, pass it, you've gotten your license and all that. You know that you can easily apply for jobs, maybe get one and go. But the risk there is that sometimes it's not the best companies that go outside to recruit. So different companies that are very good, so many people already in the country want to work for them. So it's usually those ones that are either in the rural areas, or maybe their work culture are not the best, that usually go outside now looking for people to prey on or people to recruit, so that they know when they sponsor you to come to the country, you wouldn't have any other option than to work for them. All right. So we've seen cases of someone comes to work from overseas and they are just tied down, they can't leave. Sometimes they even owe them their salaries, they don't pay them on time, the condition of service is not good, they don't have enough resting days. You can see someone working for maybe 6 days in a week, no time to rest. So most of them, there's something they're hiding. Not all, there are good ones, but most of them have something that they're hiding. That's why they want to go abroad and pick someone, an innocent person, that is vulnerable, who they can easily manipulate. So that's another risk. But if the person goes with the study gives you that freedom. You go to your school, you look for a 20 hours or 30 hours part-time job. Then you can use your hand at your own will, look for a suitable job you can do. So from there you can start building a career and move up. But with the work, you see that you might be tied down to that employer. Some people, the employer might end up losing their license. Some people, the employer might end up losing the contract they have. Like I've seen a situation where a carer was employed from abroad, and maybe the patient they were looking after died or passed away. Then there's no how the company didn't get another contract to replace that. The person has to be off job, looking for another job now. So whereas if the person was studying, they would have easily looked for another one. All right. So there is a higher risk involved, especially for all these small occupations that recruit from abroad. Third, the last one is there are some job abroad that they just recruit anyhow. You see that they'll say they are looking for maybe a driver, and they'll come and recruit from Ghana. That driver in Ghana, you've not driven abroad before, you've not driven in Europe, you don't really know how it is to drive in Europe. So when they recruit you and you go there, you might not succeed in that role. Some people might end up losing their job, some might end up getting sacked, some might even end up in prison because of one issue or the other. Most times it's not how a particular job is done in a country, it's not the same way that particular job is done in another country. And most of all these people that sell slots for recruitment, their priority is who has the money, not really who has the skill or who has the experience. So you see someone that is maybe working in a warehouse for many years, he's not going to work as a nanny, because he could pay for it. And you see that there are some specific things he doesn't know, which might end him into trouble or even getting sacked and all those. So the risk is so much, it's enormous in that area. Studies also have its own risk though, but at least the risk is reduced from when you apply. The school have to screen you and see if you are qualified for that study program. The the home office will also screen you. So when you also come to the country, you already know where you are going to. You already know the program you are going to. You know your modules. You know everything about it. All right. So the last point is circumstance. People need to weigh their circumstances. There is no one answer for this question: work or study. So you need to look at your circumstances, then know from this my explanation which one really suits me. All right. Are you a nurse? You've practiced for 5 years and you want to relocate? Study might not be the best option for you. The best and cheaper option for you is to look for that country you want to go to. Look for a way of getting their license. If there's an exam to write, if you have to write an English test, you do it, get their license. Then you can apply for the job in that country where you want to go. But if you are just a businessman and maybe you have a degree doing business and you want to move, the best option for you might be to get apply for a master's degree, which you can now use to either improve your business tomorrow or go into another career path. All right. So there's no one answer for that question. It depends on individual circumstance. So your circumstance, you now check all these points I've explained. You now select which one will be more suitable for me. So see you in the next one. Follow this page and subscribe. Share this video. Thank you.